Little House on the Prairie was the biggest thing on TV in the 1970s.
Few television series have ever blended warmth, hardship, and raw humanity quite like Little House on the Prairie. From 1974 to 1983, audiences were invited into Walnut Grove, where the Ingalls family felt less like characters and more like relatives. Week after week, viewers watched Michael Landon as Charles Ingalls, alongside a young Melissa Gilbert, bring Laura Ingalls Wilder's frontier stories to life. But when the series ended, it didn't fade quietly into the prairie sunset. It exploded, literally, in the 1984 TV movie finale, The Last Farewell. The residents of Walnut Grove faced a greedy land baron who tried to seize their town. Rather than surrender their homes, they chose something unthinkable. They blew the town up with dynamite, the schoolhouse, the mercantile, the church, reduced to rubble before millions of stunned viewers. And here's the part that shocked Hollywood even more. That destruction wasn't a special effect. Landon ordered the actual set demolished. Real explosions, a real goodbye. Why? By the early 80s, ratings had slipped. NBC had decided the show's time was up. But the series wasn't canceled because of controversy or drama. It had simply run its course. Landon, however, wasn't about to let Walnut Grove be reused for another production or slowly decay. If the story was ending, it would end completely. On his terms. That final blast became television legend. Some fans admired the symbolism. If they couldn't keep their town, no one would. Others felt it was too harsh for a show remembered as wholesome family viewing. Over time, myths spread that the episode was banned or pulled from syndication. In reality, it aired and reran, but networks preferred lighter episodes for daytime replays. The darker finale slowly became folklore. Behind the scenes, the prairie wasn't always peaceful. Landon wasn't just the star. He wrote, directed, and produced much of the series. That level of control created friction. His creative clashes with co-creator Ed Friendly reshaped the show early on. Tensions with cast members, including Karen Grassel, who played Caroline, revealed disputes over pay and respect. Even long-time friendships were tested, and then there was Landon's personal life. His affair with makeup artist Cindy Clarico, while still married, created ripples across the cast. For Gilbert, who saw Landon as a father figure, the betrayal cut deep. They didn't speak for years. Only shortly before Landon's death in 1991 did they reconcile, a bittersweet closing chapter mirroring the emotional weight of the show itself. Yet for all the feuds and flaws, Little House was groundbreaking. It tackled racism, addiction, disability, assault, and poverty at a time when family television rarely dared to go there. Episodes like Sylvia shocked audiences with painful realism. Others explored prejudice and injustice head-on. What many remember as gentle nostalgia was often bold, uncomfortable storytelling, and that's the real legacy. Not just bonnets and barns, not just moral lessons by candlelight, but a series willing to show that life, whether in the 1870s or the 1970s, is messy, painful, and complicated. So was blowing up Walnut Grove excessive? Or was it the perfect metaphor? Maybe it was both. More than 40 years later, we're still talking about it. And that's the mark of a show that mattered. If you love uncovering the real stories behind television's most unforgettable moments, subscribe now to Hidden Stardom.